It seems to be that we've just, during this entire process, just sort of failed up.
Oh, I also fell off a rope into lava as the most dexterous member of the group. I unless I roll a natural 1, I can't roll like less than like a. I think it was like an 18 at the time, and I rolled like 3 nat 1s.
Nice.
And plummeted hundreds of feet into lava, and somehow survived by a variety of bullshittery.
It was so bullshit.
To be fair,
Fly a raven down with the rod of immovability, then bring it back up, fly it down with a potion and get it to like angle it in your mouth. I had to open up the cork beforehand, and then you use the rod to just like wedge your way up the cliff, didn't you, or some shit?
Yeah, the rod and the rapier. Yeah, 100%. And I only survived because I was still within range of Vaughn, and Vaughn like half my damage. Or was that the time that it triggered my single-use life-saving thing?
That was the life-saving thing.
I think we'd already forgotten about. Yeah, and it should have happened earlier. And we were like, oh well.
In that situation, we actually like Lineker was doing your death bit. Like you were dead, and then all of a sudden we remembered the amulet, and then oh, you're not dead.
Good times.
So, letting the BS continue to today. Hello, Thomas. Let's get going. So, where we left off, you guys had escaped from Silver Moon post rescuing a bunch of children.
Yay!
Unfortunately, your escape from Silver Moon caused you to be thrust into the Shadowfell.
Alive.
Which somehow, through some creative thinking, you've managed to get out of.
Genius.
And then
big brain.
Arriving back on the Prime Material in a small village, you were able to partly assist some people in trouble with capturing a monster and throwing it back through a big red rift, and used the people you were aiding's abilities to zap out of there and get back to Silver Moon once more. You don't really know.
All within 24 hours.
All within 24 hours.
Hoorah.
You then decided to pick up Bayron and yeet yourselves back to Waterdeep with your 2 airships, which are now being repaired in the docks.
Did we get one for the alternate reality as well?
Yeah, the little one.
Yes!
The initial one.
This is the OG.
So now with both in the harbour, Master Bayron in this tower somewhere, basically lording it over anybody he can find. You guys have returned to Vigil, who has given you a bunch of information you've asked him to try and find for you, showing you that in his mastering of these teleportation circles, he has accidentally created one of these really small rifts in here. And that is where we left it. So, you guys are in the basement of Blackstaff Tower. You are confronted with this little rift, an exhausted Vigil, very happy to see Eve champion, and the rest of your party members still not returned from Barovia. So, what would you like to do?
Back to Silver Moon, kill everybody? Question mark?
No.
Why do you want to go back there? Like, why?
Shits and giggles. I mean, we've killed the strongest person there.
Have we?
Maybe. Like, she got hit in the back by our toad. Here on the bottom. At the top.
Oh, yeah, but they're still doing something, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, doing something, but the kids are safe. The city is not liberated.
Yeah.
We could go back and liberate them. It's fine.
Yeah. Really died, though.
Yeah, well, sure.
Technicalities,
yeah.
You know.
Vigil, have there been any signs or sightings of Lelia soldiers in the area?
Around Waterdeep? No, they've not. I did have a list of anomalies sightings. That it also had like overlapping lists of sightings of the Lelia's troops. I was trying to go through it, but Lavender took that to have a look through, and she's still in Barovia. So they're kind of like general movements. I don't really have anything to give you.
All right. So much for finding someone for Nifsera.
I mean, it's really the only place we can go if you think about it.
It's the only place we have information on, but yeah.
But you never know, they might need a bit of assistance out there. I mean, I don't know anything about Barovia, but I can't imagine it's particularly very safe if the lady's not interested in it.
Was the lady interested in it, or was there simply someone we had to find in Barovia?
Well, it was a bit of both. It's currently being Thog told you it's currently being ruled over by one of the higher ranking members of Lelalia's order and ruled over in Lelalia's name. But they went in to find one of the arcanists that works here with Malcor.
Oh yeah, Mordecai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, two-pronged approach.
Yeah. Was the portal to Barovia still active?
It is, yes. Vigil has told you before that the one to Barovia, once Mordenkainen opened it and stepped through, they couldn't close it again from this side.
Ooh.
Can you step through it again from the other side?
You don't know that either.
Well, it could be a wall
Scary.
we go through. So whatever we want to do, we better make sure we've finished on this side.
Yeah, and I mean the airship's being repaired right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, it still flies, but
Yeah, it's just lost 194 hit points. It's still on 306, so it's still a chunk. But just out of curiosity, how long would it take to airship to Barovia? Like, how many miles is it?
Give me an Arcana check.
Interesting.
would I be able to assist with that?
I was just thinking about looking at the map that I have.
Can you not measure the map?
Yeah. Well, I know exactly how long it's going to take.
With a natural 20, you do know. So,
What did I waste that on that for?
with a natural
Yeah,
20, I mean, to be fair, because it's not something you've encountered, it was a very high DC anyway. But with a natural 20, you know that you can't, because Barovia is not on this plane of existence. It
Oh,
is
different plane.
so. It is technically speaking a pocket plane, a plane within a plane. Colloquially,
The door.
colloquially named as a domain of dread. So it is essentially a pocket plane within the Shadowfell. So you cannot get to. Typically, you cannot get to these planes unless by very specific means. It's even if you're in the Shadowfell, it's not somewhere you could actively try and get to.
This is useful knowledge. I have to get a pen.
So is there a door?
There's a portal.
And is that this one? Or are there
No,
others?
it's the other one.
Yes,
The river
Aha.
the portal to the north of the chamber, the one that's surrounded in mist, seemingly spewing from the portal, and
Oh, wow.
all around which seems to have visages of, well, now that you'd know, the Shadowfell, of corpses, bones, and nasty things, kind of just protruding from the portal. These portals seem to basically take on, like the surrounding area seems to take on elements of the destination.
Yeah, this is so metal. This is dope. If I was a WWE wrestler, I would come out of something that looks like this.
I mean,
Take a style.
we could fight a Tarask if you wanted to.
The nuclear option.
I mean,
No, the real nuclear option is just flying over a place, then summoning the scroll and flying away.
Oh my
But
god. Oh
just
my god.
just Hiroshima something.
yes.
The
I
other
mean,
group would come back like, guys, why did you break the world while we were gone?
I mean, if we kill it, we'll definitely level up. So, you know.
Yeah, but we won't kill it.
So I am easy with whatever we want to do. So what are the options? Let's list the options. So we've got Silvery Moon.
That the only one who uttered that as an option was you.
Yeah, that's why it's an option.
Okay.
Talk to Vigil about this portal here, about where it goes and like how he opens it. And
Which one?
there. Not portal, like a rift.
How that one?
Like we had a conversation to him about that.
We explained to him how they come to be according to us.
Sorry to put cross Jack. I was just wondering if you considered that in terms of one of the options. Don't particularly want to go through it, but we could.
Interesting.
Is that portal big enough to step through?
Yeah, definitely big enough to step through.
Can we make it big enough for a boat?
Considering you're currently underground,
How are we going
Hey,
to?
look, if you don't ask, you don't get, okay?
Did you think the
You
small
missed-
airship? Like, is a canoe? Is a small airship like canoe size?
See? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. That was my thinking, though. I was going to be more reasonable. I just don't like walking anymore.
Can you put the boat in the Pokeball?
Imagine! Imagine!
If we can make the bag of holding bigger,
Now I have this other bag of holding.
Oh, we have 2 nukes!
yes, that's what we need. We need to go find a trader with 20 reduced splash potions. Well said, Lineker. Well said.
that's not actually a thing. Don't even try it.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah, I think really hard about it.
We've never seen any of these rifts close on their own, have we?
I don't think
They've
so.
always just kind of been there and they've gotten bigger, but we've never
Yeah.
seen them get smaller.
Yeah, we've seen
We
it
have
maybe.
not, and Vigil can chip in that there is no reportings of any of them that have been cited to have closed.
I would like to stick my head through this. See what's on the other side.
One of us.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Can I like attach a rope to his ankles just in case?
I'm only sticking my head through. Oh god.
That's right, his head.
Perception. I don't think perception adds anything. 7.
7. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Cool.
Roll them bones! Oh yeah. Drama.
28.
Cool.
Ooh. Ooh.
And last of all, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
That's natural 20. Plus 5, 25.
Yay.
This particular rift is very small.
Yes.
But you just manage to squeeze like the front part of your face through, and you kind of feel initially like a strain on the side of your face skin, basically. Like you're struggling to fit through enough to see, but you do just about. And as you do, the front of your face is met with warmth, like a very dry heat. And it's very bright on the other side, which means from this angle, like unable to adjust your head, it's kind of hard to see. But you do see that you are up high somewhere on a plateau, looking over a mixture of a rocky and sandy desert. You can see just before the edge of this this certain plateau that you're on, there is what appears to be some kind of camp. Sure you can see a tent and maybe a stone wall, but anything beyond that, it's very hard to see with the very limited view and brightness that you can currently see through it.
But it is like daylight brightness.
It is daylight, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I will pull my head back out. Well, my face, I suppose. Yeah. I do not recommend doing that.
No.
It seems to be some kind of wasteland.
What did you see? Oh, wasteland. Sorry.
A wasteland.
Shit, that's what I mean, though. That's a different conversation. Isn't that right, boy? Who wants a chicken leg?
Lupa, lupa, lupa.
See, I was
The
getting
portal-
mine.
The portal seems to be high up a plateau or in the air somewhere. So will look to be a small encampment. But that's about it.
If we go through it, we're in that situation where we don't know where we're going to end up or how it's going to help the situation. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, you said that we could go through it, but then that I struggled to put my head through it. How big is it exactly?
So it's about 5 feet long, maybe a foot and a half wide, but like the very center, like the bright bit at the center of like the scar where you can push something through, that is still quite small.
Oh, okay. So it's thin more than
Yeah,
one.
it's
Yeah.
thin is the problem. Something that's like you can tell just by the ones of these that you've seen, the ones that are around 5 feet long, you're gonna struggle to get a person through or anything of any note through it.
Now there's an easy solution.
I mean, we can make it bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, we know how, so.
Vigil looks at you wide-eyed, like, "Oh, you do? I don't know why you'd want to do that, but
they have the ability to make rifts actually as a spell.
I don't think these are the same kinds of rifts.
No. Oh, on that topic, because magic makes them bigger, using my mad arcane skills, would I know what the closest thing to like anti-magic would be? You know, like the opposite in like power or, you know, aura or something like that.
give me an Arcana check."
With guidance. So default.
17. 18. Excellent. Yes, you do. Very easily. That would be any kind of anti-magic field, which is either a spell, it's sometimes a natural ability that some creatures possess, or it's sometimes just a naturally occurring phenomena where a certain area is devoid of the weave, which is basically the conduits through which magic travels. And so if there's no weave in that space, there is no magic in that space.
Interesting.
I think we helped them on
Interesting.
this before actually in a previous life.
Yes, Eve would have experienced one of these specifically because Eve has faced a beholder, which has an anti-magic eye cone. So when it's looking at someone with their dominant eye, that is an area of anti-magic. So no magic can pass through or be produced in that area.
That was not fun. That was scary.
So you again thinking really hard. As an
Don't
example,
hurt yourself.
yeah. If I found like an app holder and like just got it and it was me mate and it looked at the portal, would I think that would cancel out the portal and make it disappear? Using what I've just found out.
From what you can tell, the portal is magical, so logic says an anti-magic field would indeed dissipate it.
This is interesting.
I mean, has anyone tried the spelling? Sorry, that's probably like no, never mind. I think Eve would have seen that happen in a previous like game. But probably shouldn't. You know, they'd never be intelligent.
No,
enough
yeah,
to
just
do that.
any spells that you are aware of, just assume that your character can be aware of it as well, because for sake of ease.
I think because weirdly enough, I think that would actually do nothing. Because if the dispel worked, it might reduce it or cancel it, but then you're casting a leveled spell, so you'd create another one. And if it didn't work, you just make it bigger. Maybe. Possibly.
You double the problem then. So go on to your list of options in terms of things to do.
Oh, I stopped at Silvery Moon and Barovia.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So that's as far as we got. Oh, and through that portal, which is now a no-go. Unless we make it bigger. So it is still a go, potentially. See, this is why Lineker was saying we should have planned.
Yeah, we're discussing. It's important.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
I know what I personally want to do, but it's a democracy. So.
What do you want to do?
I want to go to Barovia. I think it's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time. We're still talking gibberish, so we can't even hide. I'm up for whatever.
Time.
Well, my comprehend's still up, so I think it would be. I'm sure it would be. It's not been that long. It's been like how long's comprehend language last long?
Hour, I think.
I don't think it's taken us an hour to walk from outside to inside. Maybe 10 minutes.
When did you cast it? You cast it as you got to the actual the tower, didn't you?
When
I think so.
Yeah, I think
on
that's
the way
fine.
or something.
when we were the thingy was like walking away just before that when he walked away with his guard.
Yeah, let's say it's been about 45 minutes then.
Okay, so yeah, Ribbits used to understand me at least for a bit.
Oh yeah, no complaints. Misa fine with Barovia. Misa just want to do a thing. Is Barovia the small door?
Barovia is the big door at the end.
Oh, okay, fabulous. Yeah, then definitely Barovia.
The spooky, swirly, scary one.
Unless we can make it big enough for the airship.
That's not happening, and it's
Just
also underground.
I know, but fuck this power.
You
I
have
want
to excavate everything. But just a thought, Ribbit. Well, you can still understand me. You started feeling like this when you went for the portal, right?
Yes, sir, correct. Yes, sir.
So why don't you just poke your head through that portal
Oh.
and then see what happens? You might get rid of it. Might give you something else. Might might make it worse. But I don't think that's much of a problem. But
Well, Misa up for trying anything.
I'm
I'm
in the portal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit.
While they're doing that,
I'm hippity hopping over.
Vigil, are you aware of whether going through a portal will drop you at the same place every time? Has this been tested before?
Well, we don't really have any information on it until you guys have reported back. I didn't even know that they were portals. No one's, because of the destruction they've caused when they've appeared, the mutilations, some disappearances. People have just avoided them. We've been setting up cordons around them, and no one can go near them.
Nobody's been stupid enough to do it.
I wouldn't phrase it that way, but yeah.
Well, you have a troop of people who are, across the fine border between daring and stupid. So,
Yes.
We'll do all the experimenting for you, mate.
Well, let's hope that we get near where the other group went, because then hopefully we can follow their tracks.
This guy's name's Vigil, right?
Yeah.
Vigil. Have there been any experiments you've been trying to do recently that you weren't able to do, or something you want tested that you don't want people to do because it might be dangerous, or you don't want to do yourself?
That's a very ambiguous question, but I don't think so. Why?
I was just like, if there was some place that you saw or wanted more information on, or we could go there just before we head off on our travels. But if there's nothing you can think of, then yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I can give you any information you need, but as I say, like, all my pile of leads was literally taken from me, and I've just been researching what you told me to in your absence. I thought you were going to come back here with a bunch of answers that we could discuss and plan about, and you've not. So I'm just a little bit worried, because prophecies and visions not ending well. So yeah, I'd really like some answers and some information to plan from.
What do you know about Barovia? The plane beyond that portal. Can you give us any information about what to expect?
Well, other than what Thog has told you, I've asked Malcor. It's a place of torment. Essentially, the whole place is created by the dark powers, whoever or whatever they may be, to torture a specific individual. And usually anybody else in the same land gets tortured alongside them. They're essentially a country or a land as a prison.
Sounds lovely. Sounds like a holiday destination. I think I vaguely remember what Thog said about it. I just wanted to get a bit of, get your opinion as well.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, I wouldn't go there because it doesn't sound great.
No. I might be barking at the wrong tree here. If no one wants to do this, it's fine. But if we wanted to see that map, modify memory at 6th level would allow Vigil to recall in exact detail what the map said. If that's an option you wanted to explore. But
which map? What are you on about? Sorry.
The map of all the different locations and shit where people have been seen, and the lay of soldiers and all that crap.
It wasn't a map. It was a bunch of different physical reports from different settlements and cities and all sorts from around the continent. But seeing as he looked through at least some of it, it would still work. If you're trying to help him recall memories, that could still work on physical information.
Yeah. I don't mind. My vote is whatever everybody else but Ribbit wants to do.
Now, just one thing. What's our sending stone situation? Who has our sending stone? Do we have one?
Oh, you're not gonna like this. You don't know who has our sending stone?
Oh god, it's Glassstaff, isn't it?
It's
Can we bell Glassstaff?
The guy who Thrall was working for, where he initially went through the portal.
Yeah, Glassstaff. Oh, yeah,
he's
Glassstaff. Lol. Okay,
that
fair
could
enough.
be fun.
Yeah, we could give him a ring. Yeah, because I was going to suggest leave him on here so we can report back, but Hunter, can you ask Vigil if he have any similar device that Lisa could use? Or can anyone at his cast sending or whatever this spell is?
My curious friend here is asking, do you have a device such as this? And I'll hold up my sending stone.
I don't. If that's going to help you in your, in your journey, I can definitely try and get hold of one for you, though. I can cast the sending spell if that's any use.
Oh, yeah, that is use. Let me just look. Can I just look that up dead quick, see what it actually does?
It's basically the same thing. Only
Yeah.
it's basically no message.
Mm-mm.
It's basically that, but it can send a message to anyone and they can reply. 25 words or less.
Ah,
Can anyone in the party cast sending?
I
no.
can't.
I probably could have, but I don't
I can
have
throw
that.
my rapier.
Give me a
That's
second.
about.
I don't think throwing rape is quite.
It's about as close as I can get.
Actually, does sending work across planes?
Oh, that's true.
Ooh.
I don't
I'm
think
not sure it
it does.
specifies.
Across any distance and even to other planes of existence.
Wow. Wow.
If the target is on another plane than you, it has a 5% chance of not arriving.
Cool. Having
So-
asked that interesting question, I will admit I cannot. I do not know sending.
Can you ask him how long it should take for the sending stone acquisition?
My curious friend asks another question.
Um,
How long would it take for a sending stone to be created / whatever you were going to do to attain one?
Created months. But I could acquire one. I have, I wouldn't say I'm friends with a lot of arcanists, but I am aware of them. I would know where to ask around for one.
How much do they
Exactly
go
how
for?
long it would take me to get one, I don't know.
How much do they go for in terms of price? Sorry to interrupt.
Reasonably expensive. It's a very useful piece of kit.
You said no worry about the money's
Yeah.
Sorry, all you heard was balala.
If we had to have a rough time frame, would it be like a few days, a few weeks, like
I mean, days minimum.
days?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
look at
It's
that.
kind of asking how long is a piece of string. The first person I come to might have one they're willing, or a pair that they're willing to give to me, but if they're in use, usually only one person has one at a time. So I'd have to find one that was actually available to be sold or traded or borrowed.
This is
Well,
true.
Misa was just thinking that Risa could communicate. If Lisa come back here, Lisa can tell us. If Lisa finds something, Lisa can tell them. Lisa can research. That kind of thing.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I will get right on that. That is a very good idea. If I can get more than one pair, I will get more than one pair as well.
I mean, as an option, if you give me like 8 hours, I can try and make some.
make some what? Sending stones.
Yeah,
My guy.
because artificer.
Yes, no.
Oh,
Certainly so.
Yeah, they are temporary as long as I don't replace them with anything.
Well, that would kind of work because, like I said, I think it would only be if we either found out some crucial information that might be useful back home, or if the other party return here and they can let us know, and that way we don't have to waste too much time.
The problem is if they're temporary, then
No, they are temporary, as in I can't like make them and then sell them off and go about my day.
okay.
Like
How long do they last?
as long as I don't replace them with anything else.
Okay, fair enough.
Like imagine I have a certain amount of slots, and if I want to free up a slot to make something else, then I have to get rid of what's in one of the other slots.
this.
Okay.
So as long as I were to not replace them with anything else, that I might find useful, then they will remain intact.
I mean, we might as well give that a go.
It's also less expensive to actually buy them, I suppose.
It would save us some time. You said save us some time.
Ribbit says yeah.
All the years of being friends with a grong, they never learned grong.
I don't feel like you missed much.
Nice. I learned, I learned a couple of languages from working around Minotaurs and Draconian, Dragonborn rather, but not grong.
I might if he ever spoke it. Like he doesn't ever speak Grong unless he makes another Grong.
Well, that's is that just his speak?
I don't know what he's saying now. I think
And Ribbip is explaining that he's having daily bouts of madness since he went through the crack. But only Hunter can understand me, so...
Yeah, I'm pretending I don't. If you create the sending stones, then Ribbit can put his head in the portal while you do that.
Oh yeah, let me wrap my head in a hole.
It'll take a few hours. Like, probably long rest kind of hours.
Right, well, let me stick my head in the hole first.
Yeah, something cool might happen. Let's wait.
Or I might need to rest.
We might be seeing a new party member. Who knows?
I kind of want my head to be stuck on the other side and my body to have to go find it.
Right, I've been trying to kill you for 2.5 years, so
Frog will never die.
Okay.
Jar Jar Binks never dies.
Is this the actual plan then? Are you making the Senate Stone over 8 hours now and then also shoving Ribbit's head into that?
Yeah, we're doing that first in case I need a kit.
Okay. Cool.
I'll go for the smaller known one rather than the broad one.
I think you're misunderstanding what they're talking about. The Strad one is not the same kind of portal.
Oh.
Like
There's crack ones. There's crack things.
Yeah, the teleportation circles are intentionally made.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
This makes more sense now. However, yes, I will be sticking my head in this thing.
Okay, cool.
If I can reach. I don't know how high it is.
You can just about reach. Can you give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
I'm just going to sit here
Great
and play with Raptor.
It needs to be bad.
Let's just be a bit low here. Constitution, yeah?
Yeah.
Golden bone.
Yay!
Cool. Can you roll me a D100?
Roll.
Get a one. Get a one.
Go. Oh. What happened to my head?
What'd you get? 60. Okay.
Death ray hits you in the face.
You gain the power of teleportation. Yeah.
The beholder casts disintegrate. You are dead.
Cool. You stick your head through, and being a wide grung head as your image shows, you can't really fit any of yourself through this. Not enough to see anyway. But you do feel like that same pressure and weirdness as something from this rift is left behind in you as you pull your head out. Can you just take 14 points of force damage for me?
Yes.
Barely even touches my 10th hit point.
What? Sorry.
It barely even got rid of my 10th hit point. It's fine.
and I'm just going to send you something.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
As you turn around, however, and try and speak, no one can understand you still.
I'm getting more and more frustrated because I think you can understand me now.
Do it again.
Can you still understand me, Hunter?
Probably for the next few seconds, probably.
Me, I'm not convinced these are the solution.
Hunter,
Yes.
he looks frustrated that we can't understand him.
He hasn't told me that, but I agree.
Why does he just write stuff down?
Ribbit can't write. He never learned how.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, the poor dear.
La la la.
Josh, have you received what I've sent you?
I have, and I'm trying to, without vocally responding, provide the appropriate emoji response.
Okay.
I
Put it
am
on your character sheet so you don't forget about it.
Jesus Christ. Okay, got it. I'm just going to do a sparkle. Sparkle.
Okay, so it can't be that bad. Yeah.
As Ribbit turns around, for a brief second, you can all see like just a red shimmer over the top of his skin, a red like tint to his eyes. Then it slowly fades over a few seconds, and he still sounds weird, but he looks perfectly normal again.
as normal as he can look, I suppose.
Big old goofy grin. Ba-la-la, and points to the portal, or points to the sending stone making man.
Does anyone else want to stick their head through? Hunter, do you want to go as well? I'm going to refrain myself, but 3 for 3.
Vigil's just going to find an excuse to just walk away and start continuing his research. You can tell he's trying not to say anything or judge.
If over
Fairness,
over 60, yes. Under 60, no.
Dave came back with a fairly nice 10, so you got that going for you.
So yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
My guy.
Are you actually?
Yeah. Why the fuck not?
Roll them bones.
I want to be in this secret party too.
The very best.
Give me a con save.
Come on.
Oh no!
Okay. Give me a D100.
Roll them bones.
I was quite happy with my natural 20.
Yeah, whatever was put into, Ribbit, you've not got in you, thankfully.
I mean,
I'm curious if we've got the same. I'm curious if we get the same or different.
Just start chatting gibberish and find out.
Oh god.
Ba-la-lu-ba-la.
Yay!
Yay!
Wait, let me just look at something real quick.
Again, Jack, be prepared to put something on your character sheet.
Okay.
As Hunter turns around, they don't currently have their armor on. You too can see a red shimmer over them that kind of diffuses into them. Hunter, you feel very weird for a second. You take 17 points of force damage.
Ooh.
As whatever this is kind of latches onto you and is left behind within you. But like Ribbit, you can now feel its presence within you kind of permanently.
Oh dear.
It's like having something in the back of your mind, but it's in all of your body. You feel fine, but different.
Okay.
I'll send on Facebook.
Same but different.
To you.
Dude, I hope we're friends now. But both of the things that happened to me, I hope happened to you, because it's so funny. Chaos! Chaos reigns!
Let me look something up.
Yeah.
So excited! I'm so
Done.
excited!
The thing you're looking up, you might want to just shove that on your character sheet somewhere as well, so you have it to hand.
Okay, we're here for 8 hours, and that's all done. Does anyone fancy something to eat for dinner?
As long as it's not made of chicken, I think I'll be fine for some. Yeah.
Wow, buffet.
Did you just say one perfect?
Yes, he did.
I also saluted in real life, even though I'd no one could see me.
Oh. On a side note, I hate how female Wobbuffet look.
Slap a bit of Leon.
I know, like it's like the most low effort thing.
It could have just been a pink bow. Or at least it was lippy.
Yeah, it's like the stupid lips.
So good. I'm a big Wobbuffet fan. Wobbuffet stan.
Yeah, I agree. Vigil! Have you got any food? We got 8 hours to kill and we're all starving.
Make yourself useful.
I can go up into the tower and get them to cook you something up. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great, thank you.
Anything in particular, or?
I have 2 large chickens for my fella here because he's been super patient waiting for me, and I'll just go for I don't know, like a nice salad if that's all right. Perhaps a flag and ale if they're available.
Okay.
Or we just treat them like a waiter. Like
As he begins to walk away, he's just, I am highly praised and practiced arcanist and priest.
oh, bring down like a serving platter for all the mates down here. That's a good lad. There's a shiny gold there for you.
Okay. And he walks off to get you food.
I'm going to look for a desk to work at.
Okay. It'll take a good 20 minutes, half an hour, but eventually he comes back down, carrying a few sacks, a few of which have bundled up a bunch of leftovers from previous meals from the kitchen. It's kind of like a buffet of leftovers. One of which does have a salad wrapped up into a small bag inside, and one of the big bags has 3 chickens in it. Just in case he needs another. He doesn't want to go back for one. And he will just hand that out to all of you as Dayak works. Is anyone else doing anything in the 8 hours to create this sending stone?
Nope.
Cool.
I'll short rest.
Okay.
I'll long rest actually. Fuck it.
You can't long rest.
I'll
Because
short rest.
it's still within 24 hours of you already long resting.
You've
literally like long rested, got off a ship, got here, and trying to long rest again. So you can't
What?
do that.
We're gonna sleep all day.
Yeah.
What time of day is it? Hey,
It's
Chris.
currently around 11:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Your long rest, but it isn't a long rest. It'll be
Your short long rest.
I think if I can, I'd like to just spend a bit of time meditating with the symbol of Oteo and with a bow as well. Just
like a weeb.
Just because I'm kind of obviously still on a mission for him to finish what I started, and I kind of don't want to forget that. So it's like sort of meditating reflectively on my purpose at the moment.
You guys as Oteos talk to each other.
Hey?
Because Hunter has an Oteo too. Can they talk to each other? Can you make them fight?
I don't know.
WrestleMania Oteo versus Oteo.
Fight. I never fought with Teo.
Ribib, gain your 9 temp hit points for my short rest.
Oh yeah.
Because I just looked it up and it's not once a day. apparently.
Gone and love you. Ribbit gives you a sloppy kiss after he wakes up.
Okay.
He said Ribbit gave him a sloppy kiss. So
You're not Ribbit.
I know. I just thought like set the scene.
Okay. That was disgusting.
But you kiss Ribbit.
She's got RP. Everyone wants to be Ribbit, okay?
Yeah, everyone
He's
wants
really
a Ribbit
poisonous,
kiss.
though, so like, it's probably not a great idea to kiss him.
Probably not.
So, coming to the end of this 8 hours, you do manage to create your sending stones. What would you guys like to do?
It's how to vigil, I suppose. If that's what
Yeah.
you.
Give one to Vig, and then have a walk around Barovian, so we can find people to kill.
The hero mentality.
Nasty
killing
people
again.
to kill. Sorry, I'm past my genocide phase.
No, you're not.
Infanticide.
No,
Infanticide.
Make an insight check.
Sure.
So you
Oh,
say
no.
inter.
You're probably alright.
Is it just also infanticide?
That's a cool 6.
Yeah, I'm way past it.
You know.
Right.
Yeah. So
Vigil, remember, once a day. I'll let you know. Vigil doesn't have a watch like we do, does he?
He does not know.
He does not. Okay.
What about, seeing as you're the one that go out there trying to find information, maybe I'll only contact you if you contact me? Or if, something dramatic goes on here that you need to be told about, obviously I will let you know.
You can also call for a nice chat if you're feeling lonely as well.
Well, it's just one message each day, each way.
Excuse me, 25 words can say a lot.
Open your heart.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Fa la la.
What he
It's
said,
less dramatic.
I think. He's the third champion. Go. I don't want to leave you here again because you've sort of been stuck on your own for a fair while, but
What?
going might be a bit dangerous. Do you want to come with? Do you feel like, if we do, you're going to have to hide what I say, okay?
Is this the champion?
Yeah.
Champion's up for anything. He's just nuzzling into you. You can tell he's excited at the idea of getting out of this room.
Alright, then let's go. But yeah, you have to listen. No being brave.
Can I put 2 things in my Pokeball? Because it doesn't actually say on it. Is it just the one?
It is just the one.
Okie dokie. We need to find a way to merge Chewy and Champion together to make the ultimate champion, Chewy.
No!
Oh my god.
You just like
You
Fly the
imagine-
Velociraptor.
just like you're going nowhere near him.
Yes.
A
Yes.
Velociraptor.
It's the it's the winged dragon champion.
It doesn't mean things should be done.
A Diaraptor. Fuck yes.
God.
I am getting Full Metal Alchemist vibes though, so it could go really badly.
Oh.
It could go wrong.
So yeah, is this up? Have you got a plan?
Going to Barovian. That's the plan.
Jump through the portal. Try and
Yeah, we've got a plan. Let's go.
hopefully save the world. Hopefully not die in the process.
Next time on The Void Boys.
Go team.
Okay, is this your actual plan?
Yeah.
Going into Barovian
Oh,
is
yeah.
the plan. See if we can find signs
Yeah,
of the other group.
it's definitely going to be easier than Silver Moon, 100%.
To be fair, I think Vigil would love us to be anywhere but this room. So
Sorry for manhandling your tokens. I'm just copying.
Yeah.
I don't know, but every time we go through a portal, I just get to the Back to the Future, kind of like, go to 88 miles per hour, go through.
reach at least 88 miles an hour.
I'd skate Geralt vibes. I hate portals.
Yes. I just turned to Vigil. We'll be back. And then
Stay vigilant.
I think you made.
no.
I think you made a pun last time we
I
left.
did. I'm really sorry.
Ribbit is in hysterics.
I
Ribbit
will
rolling on the floor.
I will stay behind.
Oh yeah.
No, joking.
Has Ribbit's language thing passed or gone yet?
Is it like 11 now?
Yeah, I can't.
Oh yeah, you can't understand me. Yeah. But no, I'm still chatting gibberish.
Okay.
Sorry, what
When I
time is it
do
again? Is it 11 now?
Or is it just like literal gibberish?
Yeah, it's random.
Yeah, it's
shit.
just nonsense. Just absolute gibberish. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, but at some point I'll allow him to be understood at some point. But
Yeah, I didn't really realize until this conversation how bad it is you being the only person who can understand me, and how frequently you're just like, yeah, he said yeah.
Ribbit wants to beat up you now.
Okay, with a very unsure and clearly lacking confidence in you, Vigil, standing watch, you guys line up one by one and begin stepping through the portal.
Before I go, I'm gonna flick a gold coin for to Vigil and give him a wink and say that was for dinner.
Like across the fucking
Yeah.
room.
Thanks.
Just to annoy me even more, because it's funny.
Take the third chicken with you.
There is no third chicken. He ate all three.
Okay. Good luck.
Sure you don't want to come with?
I am very sure.
Oh, shit. What a
I
shame.
cast modify memory. Are you sure? No, Joe.
Cast suggestion. No.
Okay, and one by one, you step through the portal. As you do, you get that familiar sensation from the other portal of almost like you're walking through cobwebs for a moment. The weird thing about this, though, is with the other portal, you felt like almost like you were falling for a second before arriving somewhere. This time you feel like you're being pulled forward, like yanked by some kind of force. And as a result, when you step out of the other end of this portal, you're more stumbling over your own feet. Not enough to make you fall over, but just enough to be as if you were shoved from behind. As you all step out one by one, there's also a few almost falls as you trip over things clearly placed nearby to try and intentionally get people to step on. One of you comes out and steps on some very neatly placed sand. And as you all get your bearings and stand there, you realize you are in a very small stone room. As you look up, it's clear that you're in some kind of old tower. Multiple floors of wood above you have been smashed or rotten away, so you can almost see to the very top. And in front of you, you can see one small door closed with, again, very fine sand placed on the inside of it. As you look around, the only other things of note you see in this room are 4 pairs of small clay feet, almost like boots, but they're completely filled in. And over to the east of the room, you see a very familiar and very small red rift. And I'll put you on the map.
Out of curiosity, from Thog's stories, would Eve know that this is that wizard guy's tower?
Yeah,
golem.
You would indeed know that from the stories, yes.
Okay, Eve will relay that to the group. I believe we're in. Well, it began with an M, didn't it? Like the guy's like, oh, what's his name?
Mordecai?
It's actually Mordecai.
It depends how specific, because it's not necessary information. I'm just going to refrain because I know Thomas has said he's not played Curse of Strahd yet.
Okay.
But yes, it is that tower.
Right. Okay, we'll go to what
Was there a reason why your map's upside down? I'm sure we're going to find out by stepping out of this tower, but I just see that the letters down here a bit skewed. They look a little skewed.
All right.
Do they?
It looks like it reads ends or something.
I thought it said squash.
Oh, it might say squash. Hang on, how much can I see? Oh no, it's not upside down. Fair enough. It just looked weird. Never mind. Like, what is the reason why it's upside? But there's no reason because it isn't. Sorry. Continue.
You guys continue. This is where you find yourself in a small town.
Okay.
Can we have a look around and see like if there's? Can we have a look around and kind of like see if there's been signs of a recent squabble? Because when Thog was there, Eve would know that those golems were attacked.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check or perception, up to you.
Perception's probably best for me, I think, in terms of my skills. Yeah, what we? Oh god, okay. Come on. 15.
15. Okay. There's no obvious signs of a squabble or a fight, anything like that. You can tell that some of the boxes in the room have been moved and rifled through. There is nothing in them, and they're kind of falling apart. But you can tell just by dust layers and the positioning that they've recently been moved. Everything else seems very static, very old, and like it's been in place for quite a while.
What about the sand? You mentioned something about neatly placed sand.
Yes, now you're looking at it, you can see that this sand has been placed very intentionally, one in a ring around the rift, and one in like a line strewn behind the door, which is closed despite it being open on the map.
Oh. I have a feeling if we step on that sand, something bad might happen.
So what if we step
I've
over
already
it?
stepped on one of them, I believe.
Yes, as you came through the
Okay.
portal, you did step on it, like leaving a light boot print in it, but nothing has happened as a result.
Okay, so it's not a trap, okay. That we know of. Well, did Thog mention, so I guess I would know, how far away from the nearest town from here? Give or take.
So it's just sand.
It is just sand.
Okay.
For that information, give me a history check.
Okay.
That's a bit more specific.
11.
Cool. Nearest town, you wouldn't really know. You'd know that mentioned to you by Thog are Valaki and Kretsk, as well as the actual village of Barovia. But in terms of like placing them from a story, that's very hard to do, especially in relation to where you are.
Hmm.
But again, you've only seen the inside of a tower up to now, so
Yeah, we'll step outside.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start to go outside, and I will step over the sand just in case.
Yeah, I will also do that and motion for champion to do the same.
okay. Outside, you see the remnants of a very long ago burnt down wagon. Basically, just a few timbers and wheels remaining. Other than that, you can see that you are at the edge of a lakeside. To the north of the tower is a vast open lake, and surrounding you here on this bank are many woodlands. Here, I can give you a visual representation. Just give me 1 second.
You don't let us take our boat, and then you put us next to a lake. What sort of evil man are you? It's just rude.
So this is currently where you are.
Ooh.
The path to the south of you leads into a winding woodland. Over to the southeast of you, you can see standing above the trees very prominently is a large castle on a cliff top. And can I just have general perception checks from all of you?
Oh, while we're doing it, I didn't really think of this before. If you roll for perception and it's less than your passive, does the passive get taken or does the roll get taken? If that makes sense.
I don't know the original rule. I tend to just do it as whatever you roll is what you roll.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just wondering.
The passive is basically just there for like if you see something that you're not looking for,
Oh,
but
like
you
a
would
trap.
notice as notable or important with your passive perception, I will just say you see it.
Lovely. I see fuck all again.
14.
Okay, cool. Okay, Ribbit and Eve both see this straight away. Derek will see it once pointed out to him. Hunter, you're struggling. But you can see, again, to the southeast of you. You're not quite on a hill here, but the terrain is slightly raised, so you can see over a portion of the forests to the south of you. You can see a notable gap into the southeast where there is no more treetops for a considerable distance, which could indicate a settlement, or it could indicate some kind of like open plains or what have you. But a more notable area, maybe to get your bearings. There are also mountainous terrain to the north of you, which again may be better for getting a good overview of the land that you're in. The other thing I'll say with your perception checks is, especially you, Eve, with and Ribbit, with the stories you've heard from Thog about Barovia, you're kind of expecting like an eeriness to it, creepy noises, rustling branches, twig snapping, breeze chilling your spine, all this kind of stuff. Everything is completely still and quiet and motionless.
It's strange. It's
For the rest of the
not what I
day.
expected. I don't know, like I kind of expected how it would feel when you read stories in a fairy tale that are meant to scare you when you're a child. So it doesn't quite feel the same way. And regardless, I mean it's stereotypical mind, but nobody kind of knows we're not going to really know anything until we talk to people in this particular region, are we? Like I'd suggest trying to find a pub. I hope that maybe our friends have passed through there, and someone can indicate when they were there and where they've gone.
It's an idea to look for tracks if this is indeed the place where they came through as well.
That could be nice. So it might indicate which direction they're going anyway. But they have been here for a while, so they could have been washed away.
So, like, I'd like to look for some.
What are you looking for?
Look at just for tracks, like wagon
Tracks,
Right,
footsteps.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
I can
Or
help you.
perception or survival. Up to you.
I would also like to do this.
I would like to do this too.
Cool. Anyone that wants to can have a look. Wow.
16. Perception.
3.
Gosh,
Okay.
why did you roll survival? You absolute monk.
It was an option! Oh,
So it was perception, and his perception's insane.
Is it just like 11?
just want to shake.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. I just saw survival and was like, okay, I'll have a go.
Okay, so with the 22, no care has been taken to cover their tracks, so you can tell a group of 5 to 6 people have travelled south along this path into the woodlands. Judging by the fact that there are most of the footsteps are normal humanoid size and one are very, very small, this is probably your group of friends. 5
Kobold
adventurers and your little
pockets.
kobold.
Yeah. Oh.
I believe our friends went this way.
It's the woodland.
Indeed.
Oh God. Well, that's where they went. It's probably the most sensible way, isn't it, to go?
Let's hope they never assume that about our group.
We would choose a sensible option, would we? We choose the option that nobody expected and Matt didn't prepare for.
Exactly.
Now you're getting it. Yeah, I'm happy just to follow them until we can't follow them anymore, I guess. And maybe stop off at the places they've been to, or we could loop around and explore something else they've not. But if we know their tracks, we go to the castle first, see what's in there, and then we can follow the tracks if you want.
Eve will explain very slowly to Hunter what Fox said was in the castle.
What is in the castle?
I heard about this really cool guy called Strahd.
Yeah, as I say, because of Thog's stories, whatever you know from the ending of Curse of Strahd, like where we left it, Eve would know that as well.
So, okay, he's meant to be dead now because of Thog's brave actions with her team, but there was a very bad, very evil vampire who lived in that tower, in that castle over there. Supposedly, I assume it's that one because it looks like the haunted castle kind of vibe, really. And he was very powerful and very awful and effectively sort of fed off the people in his land and was very butthurt about a girl. And there's like this whole thing, and they had to defeat him in order to be freed from this particular land. So. And it was a very dangerous castle. There was lots of traps, lots of bad things in there. So maybe not the first place to go.
I see. So don't just go in there. Go in there carefully.
Question mark?
No, I understand. That's fine. I'm not in the mood for a fight at the minute.
We could pop over later, maybe, and see if there's anyone in for a couple.
Yeah, that's
Well,
acceptable.
For the moment, maybe I personally vote towards going into the tree line and, seeing how far our friends got.
Indeed.
I just feel like heading into a castle in a place that's also lovingly dubbed the domain of dread does not sound like the nicest.
But it's so weird, being with
Like
three people who
Benidorm?
never play Curse of Strahd. You weren't there for it. It's really strange.
You weren't there, man.
You didn't see it. You didn't know.
You didn't see the things that I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start walking then.
Yeah, let's start walking. Well, Eve hops on Champion. You guys can start walking. Go on, fella. And she'll hop off and take Mark.
Okay, you're going to start walking following the tracks of your friends.
Yes.
Cool. In that case, I'll put you on the map. You see the very top of the screen there is where you currently are. It takes you about 20 minutes following this trail until you meet an intersection where it joins up with a larger road. Still a dirt path, but clearly one that's a lot more well traveled. Can you give me another perception or survival check? Whoever is wanting to try and keep track of where your friends' footprints specifically are.
Probably have more chance.
Yeah, I saw nothing the first time, so I'm not trying this time.
24.
24, okay.
Big ol' eyes.
Eve, you definitely can keep track of them, and you get very reassuring blurs from Rivip as you do. They clearly went towards the east, and you can begin following the tracks that way. There's clearly evidence of other foot traffic on this path, a few wagons and carts and stuff, but not as many as you'd expect for such a wide open path through the forest. So it's still relatively easy to keep track of your friends' footprints, even though they are now beginning to wane. They are quite a few days old. But still, following along, you can follow those footprints for another couple of hours before you hit yet another intersection. would you like to give me another survival check?
Survival or
perception.
perception?
Either one.
What time is it?
On your wristwatches,
Oh no.
you are getting towards almost 10 o'clock at night.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Yeah, Hunter, at this point, you've lost them. But still, yeah, Ribbit and Eve are easily still on track. And you follow for another hour or so over a bridge of quite a sizable river before up ahead you can begin to see the trees are thinning out as you are clearly approaching a walled settlement. Judging by the general layout, Eve, you, and anyone else who's listened to Thog's stories, you would recognize this as being probably the town of Valaki.
Valaki.
As you're approaching, it seems like any other town. There's a few guards out front, even though they don't seem to be paying much attention. They don't really seem to care at your approach. The gates to the city are open. The only strange thing you do see is that hanging at either side of the main gate, you see banners that are clearly depicting the symbol of Lalalia.
Hey, yo, I know she's like the big bad, but like I kind of want to get that tattooed. Just saying.
That would be sick. As you get closer to the city, you can see inside people are going about their business along like the main thoroughfares. But you can see maybe 30 to 40% of people seem to be intentionally wearing purples or blues or some kind of like reflection to the best of their ability of Lalalia's colours, just in their day-to-day garb. Are you doing anything, or are you just continuing on your way?
If
Okay.
it,
I suppose.
yeah, we'll pop in. But
See if
if
our
it's
friends stop
possible, can I ride Chewie? Is he strong enough to carry me?
I think we worked this out. Yeah, he is strong enough to carry one of you.
He can carry 255 pounds. I'm assuming
he can
that's
carry
enough.
you.
I'll get Chewie. I want to be riding Chewie.
Okay.
Because it's
Like my mouth is bigger than your mouth.
yeah.
I'm so tempted to just waste the third level spell and fly and just go like, fuck you guys.
Man,
On Chewie, yeah. That would be sick.
So, you make your way into town. You're getting some attention with the Velociraptor and the Direwolf, but not as much as you'd expect. No one seems to be in high spirits or anything. But again, following the description that Thog gave you, it's a very normal town with a very not gloomy vibe at the minute. You see decorating the streets on more of these banners to Lalalia. There's been a few splashes of paint on a few select buildings to resemble the same colours. But besides that, everyone does appear to be going about their day.
it wasn't for the fact that I really dislike the lady for so many reasons. You know, I could get behind the colour scheme.
It all kind of slaps.
It does slap, yeah, you're right.
Maybe we're the bad guys.
Are there any more women wearing that armor set or something similar to the armor set that I nicked in Silvery Moon?
Looking around, there are not. None of the guards are. They seem to be wearing very minimal armor and all just your bog standard and quite worn leather or studded leather. Again, a few of them have tried to like splash on a bit of color for Lalalia, but there's no like official looking soldiers or
There's no rich heraldry going on.
nothing
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it isn't it?
Might I inquire into the possibility of the? I'm assuming it's like a normal town. There's going to be shops and stuff.
You
Maybe.
can definitely go looking for some.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to just find a quick potion shop if there is one, or a place that sells potions.
Okay. Well, as you're walking through the town, then just give me a quick perception or investigation check.
Guess I'll have that too.
I'll take it.
Nice.
16.
22.
Cool. As you walk further into the town, then the building density increases. You can tell that when it comes to planning, there's not so much in terms of this is this district and this is this area. There is just a spattering of different buildings for different purposes everywhere. You do go past a church which seems to be coated in the Lely's banners and colours. And as you continue further towards like what appears to be the centre of town, a few odd shops do appearing, and then a few more. They're intermixed with people's houses, other businesses, funeral services, all that kind of business. But there definitely is some kind of economy here. You see a toy shop, a cartographer's. You're struggling for anything potion related. You do see one that seems to be brandishing a bunch of tools in the window and one kind of old and battered looking sword. So you can try in there. But in terms of like anything, any finery or magic or something pricey, this town, though painted in bright colours, seems a bit more on the gloomy, dreary, and run-down end to accommodate such things.
I
It's the
see.
Burgerhead city centre of Barovia.
It's what? Sorry.
The Burgerhead city centre of Barovia.
Maybe we should ask if anybody's seen a group of adventurers coming through here, where they went. What did they ask any questions? What were they trying to find out, etc. Maybe that will give us a clue to where they went? Question mark.
Any groups acting like us?
Yeah.
Having
Minus
no idea
the
what they're
Grum.
doing.
Charming ruffian, soldier on in.
In fact, they've got pretty much the same amount of members as we do, and a small person. So we're basically like discount first team.
I mean, yeah, if you put it that way.
Yeah. Just ask around, see if there's seen a group of loyal
Misfits.
followers of Lelalia who look like us.
Right.
Hashtag Bloody Bros.
Are you just asking around like people on the street?
Yeah. If I don't get any luck with that, I'll go into that sword shop and ask him, because they might have given it a go if they looked around the town.
Okay. Cool. As you go in, you can tell most of the stuff in that shop is like farming equipment, day-to-day tool usage, stuff like that. There is the odd piece of weaponry, but for like your standards, it's a stretch to even call it that. But going up to the young person behind the desk, they only seem 13 or 14. Young half-elven female. As she looks up to you, is like, yes. Any equipment for today? I've not seen you before.
Hello.
You must be one of those weird-looking ones from Kresk.
Ah, yes. More than likely. I was wondering, do you sell hammers?
Yeah. We've got hammers. Do you need mallets, or do you need them for like just household like nails and stuff, or are you thinking something like bigger, one of the sledgehammers, or?
Oh, a sledgehammer, please.
Oh, great. All metal or wooden handle?
All metal, please.
Oh, okay, excellent. let me just. They go round a corner. You hear a heavy thud as they come dragging it behind them and just put it by the counter, not handing it to you because they clearly can't really put all the weight into it to pick it up. Okay. Is that everything? Do you need anything else?
Do you mind if I inspect it? I would just like go to pick it up, and have a look at it.
Yeah. It is very obviously secondhand.
Mhm.
However, it's in one piece. Looks like it's functional. There's a few dints here and there. It's not exactly polished, but it'll do the job of a sledgehammer.
Awesome. And how much do I owe you for this fine tool?
Just 1 minute. Let me have a look. And she flicks through a small booklet on the counter. That's 10 gold, please.
10 gold, no problem at all. And I'll give over the 10 gold.
Okay. Thanks.
Would you happen to be interested in selling something else?
Yeah, it's a shop.
Well,
Anything we can.
I'm interested in information.
Oh.
You wouldn't have happened to seen a group of adventurers, not too dissimilar from ourselves, come through here recently?
Well, they didn't have one of those, and they point to the raptor and direwolf outside the shop window.
Ah,
We're friendly, don't worry about it. It's fine.
But yeah, there was a few. Yeah, weird looking, bit odds and bobs. It's like yeah, they were here.
do you know where they went?
Yeah, my dad said that they talked to the burgomaster.
They
But
tortured or talked to?
But
No, talked to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think my dad would tell me about torture. I mean,
Neither
I
do
know
I.
about it anyway. I know what that is.
Yes, but don't tell anybody.
Oh no.
And which direction would the burgomaster be in?
Oh, they're in the Watcher's house. It's the really big one on the North Street.
The big yellow M on top of it.
no. Thomas, the base there is bad.
I know what he made.
Thank you very much, young person. And how much will this information cost me?
They flick through the booklet again before realizing, oh,
It's not on the list.
30 gold.
30 gold.
As they say, grin.
Ooh.
What a bargain. Here's 50.
Are you actually handing over 50?
Yeah.
I'm
Eyes
fucking
go-
rich.
Like their eyes are popping out of their head. It's very obvious that they've never even seen this amount of money. They never thought they could have this amount of money before. They're just beaming. Like, thanks. Do you need anything else?
One stipulation. Next
Yeah.
time I come in here, I can choose any tool I like and it's on the house.
Yeah. I agree.
Thank you very much. Have a
Don't tell
good
my
day.
dad.
I will not. I don't even know who he is.
Me neither. And they run around the back.
Oh.
That was a joke. Yeah, they do. They run around the back with the money, clearly trying to find something to put it in or hide it in or whatever.
Sorry, but I just spent some of your gold as well.
Hello, Lupa.
Are you okay with it? Perfect.
Lupa la papa. Actually, what time is it? Is it dawn yet?
No.
He's really wanting.
La lupa, lupa.
Okay, so I don't know who was in there, but I'll go outside if they're all outside, and I'll explain where they went and where the young person told me they were. And yeah, do you want to follow after them?
Yeah.
See what we can find, anyways. It's the best lead we have.
Okay.
Cool. bargain price of 80 gold as well. Perfect.
You didn't even have to pay them. They gave you the information for free.
What a bargain! What a bargain! I'm
Mate,
so
when I
glad
next time I
I'm so
come
glad
back,
we left you in charge of the money. That
Mate.
makes me so happy.
bruh, next time I come back, I'll be getting my gold back because I have a fucking sledgehammer and he does not. So, big brains.
Jesus. Also, why do you have a sledgehammer?
I wanted one like for a while. There was like one time it would be really useful to have a hammer, and I didn't have one. So into the bag of holding, the hammer goes.
Okay, right, okay. I was wondering where it was going.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I bet you, in the next 6 months, it will have a use.
And I bet you we forget we have it.
Like,
Nah.
like a bloody amulet.
Yeah, have you put it on your sheet?
Yeah.
We'll fashion a hammer out of something, and then we'll get back, and you'll go, "Oh, there's one in the bag."
No, my plan is to like drill a hole into it, and then wedge the rod of immovability into the hammer, and then Mjolnir. So go fuck yourself.
Thomas,
Yeah, if you combine it with the lightning javelin, you could literally have gone it.
Okay, next session's already sorted.
Do you still have the lightning javelin?
I have the lightning javelin. I just don't. I'm not attuned to it because he only offered me like 200 gold pieces for it.
We didn't get anything close to this amount of stuff. But we did too.
I mean, if you want a javelin of lightning, you're more than welcome to it. It's not as useful as it sounds.
I don't think you could wield it, to be honest.
If you do need anything else, we can probably afford it though. So
yeah.
Should we replenish on anything? I think I'm actually like flush with potions for some reason.
I'm not after last time. I have one greater.
I keep forgetting that I have them, so I've still got loads. I have 5 greater healing potions.
Oh, lovely. I also have one greater restoration potion as well.
Apparently, I have a potion of fire breath.
Oh, nice.
I think that enlarged juice is gone though. I'm sure I've used that.
Yeah, we'll follow the. If it was okay, we'll follow the directions of the shopkeep and see what we find.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
Plan.
Okay. You find yourselves walking up a north road of the town, and very, very quickly and very easily. It's only a few minutes before you can see a giant 3-story house standing out amongst the rest. Clearly, one of someone on the more wealthy side of things. Still showing its age. It's not exactly shining and sparkling with prestige or glamour or whatever, but it is larger than the rest. And as you approach, you can see there's someone just locking up and beginning to turn in your direction, obviously heading towards the centre of town. And as they see you walking up, with Hunter riding Chewie and with Eve riding Champion, there's a clear look of shock, which very quickly turns to, "Oh, not again." As you can see, a head goes in their hands, and as you approach, they fix their posture, they stand up straight, go, "Adventurers, what can I do for you?"
You're alright, my dude.
It's Lady Watcher to you.
Lady Watcher, dude.
As you see before you is a young woman, very simple clothing. Again, nothing too fancy, but who's holding herself in a very confident manner as she introduces herself as the burgomaster of Valaki.
Makes the best burgers in the land.
Burgo, master.
Hello, I am Sir Condiment. We were wondering if you happen to have seen another party of adventurers like ourselves, and
Yes,
judging by
yes,
your
Knights
head,
of the Burger King.
yeah,
Yes.
Knights
I
of the
will
Burger.
murder you all.
We hope to.
That looks great. Go on,
We
sorry.
hope to catch up with them at some point soon, and we're just wondering if you'd seen which direction they went in. You must have done.
Yes, I know which direction you went. I fashioned a map for them. I guess I could do the same for you. They were here searching for somebody who I don't know what relevance it was to them. Essentially, they wanted to find one of the mad people who lives around here, the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok.
Oh, the bands.
Yes, they went searching, found a crazy guy, and then they traipsed back through the village. Not a day or two ago now. They headed south. They didn't say where they were going, but I know the road they took. Are you here for another crazy person, or are you bringing trouble to my town?
We're here to find that troop of crazy people that you just mentioned, ma'am.
Okay, well, okay, I'll let you off with that then. Just hold on a minute. I'll get you one of my maps again. She goes back to the door, unlocks it, walks inside, and very obviously slams the door behind her.
I'm really hoping she
What
comes
the
back
other
with one of
group
those.
do? Like, geez, she's so annoyed.
Can she come back with one of those mazes that kids get in restaurants?
Yes.
She
On
comes
a
back-
tray.
She comes back in 5
Find the
minutes.
exit.
There's no
Um,
exit.
it's not the most detailed map in the world, but she comes back with a simple map of Barovia, and she's drawn on it the trail she knows the other party took. I'm not sure exactly what they were searching for. They didn't say, and as far as I'm aware, there's not much out there in the southern mountains, but well, that's where they went. So that's where I would suggest you begin looking.
Did they give you some trouble, ma'am? You seem to be in a. Don't know. You don't seem to have the greatest view of them, for sure.
In a
if
in
you
a
don't
bit of
mind
a
saying.
pickle.
It's not. No, they didn't do anything. We have a very delicate peace and a nice calm amongst Valaki at the minute. And the more adventurers like you show up, the more likely it is that trouble will start occurring. So it's no offense to you at all, but I would like to keep the status quo, and I would like you to be on your way if you have no other business here. Again, you are very welcome. I would just rather not the hassle at the minute, if that's okay.
Don't worry. You're breaking my heart. Like, oh, we'll brie on our way. It's fine.
Is there anything we can do to help you before we go, as a sign of goodwill for the assistance you've given
No,
us?
no.
Or simply any places you'd like us to avoid to
Everything's
keep the.
fine.
Okay.
There's nothing you need to do. Avoid. I mean, I would avoid the castle because obviously that's where Our Lady currently resides.
Ooh.
Yes. On that note, I am unsure whether she actually holds this power, but refrain from saying her name just in case that has some negative consequences associated with it. Other than that,
Can I ask a question before we go? I
Yeah.
promise to stop bothering you with this.
Mhm.
How's life been under your new ruler?
well, they like to make a song and dance and a bit of a show of their one true god. Uh, but besides that, they tend to keep to themselves. They are up to their own machinations at the castle, I believe, and I would like to keep it that way. So we loyal citizens just do our best, give a nod to the one true god Lalalia, and we're left very much alone. So I would kind of like to keep it that way.
Well, if there's anything we can do to help you for the help you've given us, that'd be, let us know. If not, I guess we'll leave you be.
I'd like to apologise if I may.
Fucking hell.
Bon voyage, good friend.
Bon voyage. Damn it, I was trying so hard for fun. I tried so hard.
I would just like to call after the lady and be praised and see her reaction.
She rolls her eyes and says, "Yes, Lalalia be praised."
Right.
Is there anything else, or
No, we shan't relish this moment anymore. We shall free out of your hair soon. And then I'll just take the map.
I will kill you?
Be in hot dog water if we don't hurry up. I'm reaching. I'm grasping at straws.
He's trying to muster. He's trying to muster the strength not to kill us.
Don't worry, we'll soon catch up with the team.
We'll find it at the source.
Oh gosh.
I had a good player, Matt. Just remember, I've not been making all these puns.
I've got a chip on his shoulder.
I'm just going through every possible encounter and just doubling everything.
Oh no, I've not got any more good ones left, so let's.
Fucking hell! Right, are you leaving Valaki? Can this end?
In a McFlurry
Yeah.
of sleeves.
Leave it be.
Right. This is the map that you were given. The yellow trail is the path that the Burgomaster knows that the other team took.
Let us go forth.
Wow.
Best
How
things
long
in
will it
life
take
are
us to
free.
travel down this road?
How long have the Taliban been on this route?
Travel down this road.
That took a turn.
Travel.
How long have they been traveling?
That's a very different question.
Right.
It's just if you went, yeah, they're everywhere.
Right.
They're the trees.
Okay.
Drop my ass. No, what?
Let me just have a look. I do have this old map.
Just so I know how much I need, how many times I need to roll. Also, is it dawn yet?
It's still only just past 10 at night.
Oh my god, you
It's
messing!
probably going to take you about 4 hours, at least
Oh,
to reach
mate.
the point that they were last seen.
Flipping hell. Time
As
goes
well.
by.
Looks like we're in a dire situation here, Chubby.
Dire show?
Of course. The point.
I was trying to relate dire to burgers. Am I missing something?
I haven't got any more left. The page of burger puns on Google ran out.
I'm annoyed that it took me so long to come up with lettuce.
Yeah.
You get all
Let's
the
go.
easy ones out the way first. You have to make way for the epic ones.
Bon voyage is favorite.
What are you guys wanting to do?
It's 10 p.m. A decent amount of time has passed by now. Matt wants us out of town though, so we can stop making burger puns. So do you want a long rest in town or out of town?
No, hell, mans.
I mean, Ribbit just wants it to be tomorrow, so whether we do that walking or sleeping, he doesn't care.
Should just go to the inn, just take a kip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we can long rest yet.
I mean,
No, we don't have to, I suppose.
We'll just lie and stare at the ceiling.
I think it's more like, do we want to travel at night in a place like this?
Yeah.
That's also a fair point, actually. I didn't even consider that. Mate, I'd die so fast in Stroud. I didn't even consider that.
So you're saying you're trying to find an inn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking around town, you do find one very prominent inn towards the centre of town, just to the southern side. The Blue Water Inn. As you go in, there's a fair amount of patrons in here, especially for a town this size. It's quite a small, dimly lit tavern. You can tell towards the entrance and on your left as you go in, the bar's ahead of you, but they've started to pull up the floorboards and like try to. They're doing some work underneath, a combination of large stones, a few gears, pieces of metal, and stuff are beginning to be put in place. Dayak, go ahead and just give me an intelligence check.
Like straight intel?
Yeah.
18.
Cool. You can tell just with a glance, this is some kind of underfloor heating system they're trying to install. There's some very good designs, like lying next to the two people working on it, and it's clear that they're kind of struggling to follow them, but they're doing a decent job. As you get towards the bar, a man called Owen will give you a room for the night for 1 gold piece. He has 3 currently available. Would you like a room, or how many rooms, or whatever?
Not what he said.
I want to bunk with Hunter.
We can probably afford our own rooms, can't we?
Probably. How many beds per room are there?
I said one.
They are. It is more of a shared space.
Okay.
There are 2 rooms with 2 beds each. There's 1 room with 4 beds in it, but that may be you may be sleeping in there with other people.
Should we get 2 rooms, 2 each?
Yeah. 2 rooms and 2 beds, please.
Okay, that's 2 gold pieces. Knock that off your character sheet.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can spend a night in a reasonably nice inn. Is there anything any one of you want to do in this evening time or in the rest period?
Can I have a look if I can help or assist in any capacity with the heating system?
Yeah, sure. With your insights, you would be able to kind of like take on the role of foreman and instruct them how to follow it a bit better. You know, kind of where to start, what to take priority, what to focus on at what stage of installation. Yeah. Give me just a general charisma check.
Josh.
That's natural 20.
I was.
Oh,
Sorry, I
it's
just
22.
realised that I did sneak attack.
You can tell that their frustration is getting the better of them when you first approach, but with a charismatic charm that is usually hard to accomplish, you do manage to get their attention and get them focused, and they seem quite pleased with your direction. How long would you want to spend doing that?
If we got there around 10, like, for half an hour,
Okay,
just linger about a bit.
cool. You can tell they're not really wanting to wrap up because of the direction you've given them. They're kind of on a roll now, but they do thank you because it seems that your interpreting of these diagrams has been very helpful.
Aren't you a clever little boy?
Yeah.
They do offer to buy you a drink, each of them, if you would accept.
I will not, but I thank them for the offer.
Okay. In that case, when they wrap up work, they go to the bar and have those drinks themselves.
That is very fun.
You can tell that half the people in here are wine drinking rather than on an ale or any kind of beer, and these two are the same. Downing glasses of wizards of wine. But yeah, anything else you want to do?
I'm good.
No, at this point, probably go to bed.
Okay. In that case, your sleep will be undisturbed. So go ahead. You can all finish a long rest.
Again.
Give champion 9 temp hit points, please.
Oh, thank you.
And everyone else who stayed in the inn.
Anyone else who doesn't currently have temp hit points, I'll just try and find people to give it to.
Are they permanent?
Just like normal temporary hit points. So I think they disappear after a long rest.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get Alice like from my hit points. It was just.
It's in the name, Kate.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, how long they lasted for. If that makes sense. So.
Think it's
Long rest.
Yeah.
Long rest, not one to get punched in the face.
Thanks. Is it dawn yet?
It is dawn. Rivet,
Oh.
would you like to re-roll?
Oh no.
I've actually succeeded in the save for the first time this whole time.
Amazing.
You reroll.
And so Rivet wakes up with a surprisingly clear head. Oh, Misa hates you so much. You're a smell hunter.
Oh, you're still speaking gibberish. Wow.
You
God.
smell so bad. You can't understand me. I can say anything. You so smelly.
We'll get you fixed eventually, Ribbit, and I'll just carry on ignoring him.
Interesting.
I still think I'm talking gibberish.
Okay. Eventually, you do all manage to get out of bed and regroup downstairs. Ribbit, are you saying anything to anybody else?
These are the other two stinkies. Hello, Stinky. Stinky 1, Stinky 2. Stinky dinosaur.
Can I just message Hunter, like, has he been like this all night? Or?
I think whatever was affecting him wore off, but I'm going along as if it hasn't. So play along if you want.
Okay.
That's hilarious and really mean. It's well done.
Why is everyone so stinky? Miss, I want to talk to people.
Should we make haste with our route?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Ribbit?
Are you summoning?
Yes, so no matter what Misa say, because you say whatever you want.
Am I summoning what?
You do whatever you want, because you pick for me.
Ribbit?
Misa no have mouth.
Nod if you want to come with us. Yeah, he wants to come. And yeah, let's go.
Happily hops along.
Okay.
I would like to message to Ribbit saying that you sound fine.
Counterspell. No jokes.
We're trying to
Just for the
spit at Hunter.
audacity.
Yeah, Ribbit, you hear in your mind Daek's voice telling you you do sound fine. You can reply without anyone hearing you if you wish.
Oh! Sorry?
Did I see this message happen?
Ribbit looks like constipated because he's not used to like magic, so he's really having to concentrate. So he is pulling a hell of a face.
With all the rips and stuff like that, like still he's not used to magic.
No.
Fair
No.
enough.
No, not at all. Absolutely not. He's a go with the flow kind of frog.
Also, as far as I know, Ribbit is not medically inclined, so I've not opened up to him. So, whatever his replies, I won't
You know,
hear it. No, but like, yeah, stuff. I can't hear people if they are medically talking to me by choice.
I just say sorry 25 times or however many words I have.
With message, it's like 6 seconds you've got. So
Sorry. As many sorries as he can fit into 6 seconds. And during this journey, he's also going to try and sneak up on Hunter and touch his skin with poison fingers.
You might regret that, Ribbit.
Can I have a sleight of hand check from Ribbit then? What's your passive perception, Hunter?
Let him roll first. Not 20.
Yeah, give me a con save as just brushing against the palm of your hand next to you. You feel just like a wet slap.
Listen at you.
I'll just kick him in the face.
I don't think I even dodged that. I'm so excited that I fully take that in the face. 100%.
Give me a con save for the poison. Oh, you did 3. Okay. In that case, can you just give me an attack roll because it is technically a disadvantage in it?
True.
No!
Okay, yeah, it's fine. You still kick him in the face.
Yay!
I was just looking for a nat one.
My boot falls off along with my sock and I touch his skin again. So what does poison actually do?
Oh god, I can't remember.
I think you've got disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
For like an hour.
Oh, okay, for now. Oh, that's fine.
Okay, can I just have a marching order as you're walking down these streets, down the roads?
I'll go towards the front because of my big old eyes.
Yeah, I'll come up behind
I'll
him.
send it back because I never see anything.
Reasons.
Okay. Cool.
Would a potion of greater restoration get rid of poison?
It would. It'd be quite a big waste of it, though.
Yeah, I think lesser would.
Lesser restoration is what is usually used for.
Yeah.
I'm fully aware, but because he spited me, I think I must have spited the whole party. But I will refrain.
Yeah, you would also know a potion of greater restoration is one of the most valuable and useful potions in existence.
Mm.
But
yeah, you also
you will.
You're only poison for like a minute, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's only a minute.
Yeah,
Poison
it's like a
lasts an
minute.
hour.
The mine only lasts a minute, apparently. I think it's meant to be more of a combat thing, but yeah,
Okay.
poison for 1 minute.
Cool. In that case, as your front ribbit, can you just give me a perception check?
Cool. Man, I'm getting such bad rolls.
Awesome. Cool. Let me just get myself here. Cool. As you are making your way, following the river to the east of you, south, you're walking for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Before you go through a small stretch of woodland, it's not dense. It's still reasonably sparse, and everything still seems peculiarly quiet. There's no wind. There's nothing, no background noise you can hear besides the distant trickle of the river nearby, and even that is quite still. As you're walking through this brief spell of woodland, Ribbit, up ahead of you, maybe 30 or so feet, you can just see a shadow in the middle of the road. Looks vaguely humanoid. But as you peer in, you can't quite tell what's casting it.
Misa seeing something over there. Can anyone see what's that?
What are you saying, Ribbit?
Is it a monster? Coming over the hill, is it a monster? In the road, is this a monster? Is this a vampire?
Can we see what he's pointed at?
When he points to it, it's hard to see.
Oh wait, is it dark?
No, it's. I mean, it's overcast, but it is. What time is it?
Is it daylight?
Yeah, it is like 7 or 8 o'clock in the. No, because you would travel. It is
Oh,
like 9 or 10
11.
o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you can see fine. Once
Okay,
he points
fine.
to it, you can see. Yeah, there's a weird kind of shadow in the middle of the road that doesn't seem to have a person or an object or anything casting the shadow.
Or like it's humanoid standing up, or it's on the floor like a shadow would be.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, that's not bad. 13.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on.
Having a look at it, a closer look, it does appear to be on the ground. Yeah. It made you think for a second because you can kind of tell it's humanoid, but from the angle you're at, it's very distorted. But yeah, it does appear to be on the floor.
Should we try and help that person if they've been,
Is it a person?
They've lost their shadow.
From what you can see, from this distance, it would be easy to mistake it as just like a darkly clothed person in the road. But you can tell in certain parts of it, they are just enough, translucent, just enough that you can tell it. You don't think it's a person
Oh,
because
actually,
you are able to see through them, kind of.
can I detect thoughts around us?
Yeah.
And anything, anyone within 30 feet, I would notice.
Okay. Is there like an intelligence requirement for that? Like of the things you're detecting?
No, you can use the spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see within 30 feet.
So you're getting close enough to that thing to make it to see whether it is.
I mean, yeah, you said that it was 30 feet away from us, so I'll take like an extra step forward.
Cool.
Rebecca will stay in front. Sort of strong. Because Rebecca's getting bad juju.
So stay
Okay,
back
cool.
as well.
If it's important, I cannot detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower.
Yeah, that's what I meant before. Okay. When you cast out your mind this way, you can definitely detect thoughts from whatever this thing is, and you can detect several other points around you within 30 feet. 1 off to your right and 2 off to your left.
And what are the thoughts like? As like a
Surface thoughts, is it?
yeah.
Murderous intent.
They are that of hunger.
It's almost worse.
Ribbit, you were in front of me, right?
Yep, I'm still in front, sword drawn.
Okay,
I'm blazing flame rapier.
I'm just going to like put a hand on your shoulder and gently like pull you backwards. I've got gauntlets on. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm willingly shimmying backwards.
I've got my Eldritch Blast at the ready in case one becomes
I'll also ready an
hostile.
arrow as well. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and I will hold up 4 fingers. Was 4 or 5 that I detected?
It was initially 4. Now you can detect a 5th. Something's
Okay.
just entered that range.
Okay, I'm going to hold up like 5 fingers and like then swirl 1 finger around to show that they are like around us.
Cool.
Hey, with everyone on alert, you see movement in the middle of the road as the shadow that you were looking at slowly stands up. And it's not moving, it's just this silhouette of a person, like in Peter Pan when his shadow gets loose. Only it's now you can tell there's like a 3D quality to it.
Oh.
And as you look at it, it tilts its head slightly and then rushes towards you. Can we have initiative rolled?
I don't know if it's relevant, but we also have 40 feet of bright light around us. Just in case the shadows are scared of lights. Because apparently my rapier is a glow stick.
Sorry, I didn't have my token selected.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Ah.
No.
Yikes.
So, oh my god, 22. Hell yeah. Ribbit sword is coming a mile away.
Josh, you are not ready for this encounter, let me tell you.
Oh, fuck. I rolled a 1. My initiative was +5.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh no.
I just realised it's on the wrong ledge. Give me 1 second.
Oh dear.
Cool. I got a natural 20. Josh, what is your dexterity score?
19.
Okay, you are
Cool.
going first then.
Oh yeah.
Do we not get our prepared actions?
Yeah, you said you were holding an Eldritch Blast, right?
For when they became hostile, yeah.
Cool. Well, so long as you use it before your turn, you can use it whenever you want.
I was also holding an arrow. Can I do that as well?
Sure.
I was doing shit. Fuck.
Well,
Just saving a throw.
this is going to be fun. So let me just do this first. 1 second.
Oh god.
Uh,
First off, what are you doing? You're casting Eldritch Blast at it.
yeah, Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh god.
Good times.
Yes. Okay.
Just for this as well. I am
Oh, yeah.
reading it as well. So if it's something that I can simply narrate, I will for you. If it's something you want to narrate, you can do it too.
You go for it.
Okay, cool. I believe. Give me 1 second. I
think I did that right.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, cool. So yeah, roll your Eldritch Blasts. Wow. Okay. Yeah, they all hit.
Awesome. So first one will do no push damage. The second 2 will pull it 20 feet closer.
What?
Okay.
That was a decision.
Yeah.
Oh, to get close to you, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
As the first two hit, it gets pulled 10 feet closer, and that third one strikes at it and goes straight through like where the headspace was. And as it does, you hear it as the entire shadow just disappears and disintegrates into wisps.
Nice.
Quickly, he's running to the.
Yeah, that one is dead, but it's also the one that's got the initiative tracker, so I'm just going to put it in the bottom right of the map. Yeah, that one's done. Ribbit, it is your go.
Can I
Are
see
you
the other
narrating
one?
the thing?
Oh, that's the other well, in fact, the only person that would notice at the minute, because in fact, what's Eve's passive perception as well?
Hang on, let me have a quick look.
It's pretty high,
It's
I
pretty
think.
high,
17?
Something like that. Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because I've been playing.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, so as this happens, obviously your heads all go onto a swivel to see where the other creatures that were in this detect thoughts were. As they do, both Ribbit and Eve notice that as Hunter's armor's not currently on, in the center of his forehead, very Doctor Strange-like, is a third eye.
Okay.
Bless that person.
Ribbit, you're up.
Right. Do I know where these? Can I see these shadows? The other shadows.
As you quick glance around, you can't. You can make a perception check to try and find them. Though because this is an active search, I will say this would be an action to try and locate them.
Can I just ask? Big, what's in it? Perception.
26.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
That's it.
Yes.
Just give me 1 second. You can see all around you moving through undergrowth, clearly trying to mask their movements as they rush up to you. There are many more shadows around you, heading in your direction.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and point them all out to everyone, and then run over to this one. Oh, I'm on the wrong mouse. There's like 3 over there and 3 over there. I'm sorry, guys. And he sprints forward with the same red glint in his eye that you saw after he stuck his head in the bottle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's me good.
Okay, good to know. Shadows go. As you're rushing there, these two are going to surge towards you, Ribbit. This one's going to surge towards Champion. And 20, 25, 30. It's going to surge toward Eve. 10, 15, 20, 25. 15. And then that one's going to go for 5, 10, 20, 25. Cool. So, first 2 shadows attacking Ribbit. That is a I can't do maths. 14 to hit. Hello.
Hello?
Does 14 hit?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay.
I thought you heard me.
Does 17 hit?
My AC is 17.
Cool. In that case, I don't have all my dice in front of me. I'm just going to roll this in. Roll 20. Cool. You take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Half of it. Okay, dodge.
Okay. And as it does, it swipes at you. One misses, one of them gets its claws into you, and as it scrapes through your skin, it's not just trying to do damage to you. It's like it's trying to claw you and pull you into it. And as it does, you feel part of yourself be sucked out through its fingertips. Your strength score is reduced by 1.
So now my strength is 7.
One of them is
Minus
going to attack champion. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 2d6.
Would one of them be poisoned from Ribib? Or
It does not seem to be affected in any way by making contact with Ribbit's skin.
I forgot to charge my mind blade as well. Oh no.
That is 5 points of necrotic damage to champion, and
Yeah.
their strength score is lowered by 1. The one attacking Eve is going to hit for an 18.
Let me.
Does that hit?
Yes, that's.
Cool. 12 points of necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by 4.
Jesus Christ.
As it
Oh,
pulls your energy through it. The one attacking Hunter is... Oh, that's not good. That's an 11 to hit,
misses.
even without your armor on.
Yep.
Cool.
I think.
And then 2 attacking Dayak. Wow, that's terrible. That's a 7 to hit and a 17 to hit.
That misses.
Cool. Yeah, that is their go. Those of you who've been hit, you feel physically weaker. It's almost as if while they are trying to hurt you, this like feeding of your strength is the actual thing that they're trying to do to basically to try and kill you and devour you.
Ooh.
Hunter, you're up.
I will accept the consequence. I can't move Chewy, but we'll both move to like, we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. We'll both go to here. Oh no, I can't control Chewy unless it's the end of my turn, can I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, in that case, I will Eldritch Blast.
In fact, wait, the rules of because he is technically your mount at the minute. So the rules of that are different. There. I'm assuming you can just use his speed as your speed for your turn.
Okay. 5, 10, 15.
But I'm
20.
assuming that would any other actions he would still have to do at the end of your turn, but because you're on him, I guess you can just move like that.
At any point you find out it's not, just let me know. Yeah, so both move there. And then I will Eldritch Blast these, that one, and that one with 1 Eldritch Blast each.
Cool, go for it.
So that's fine. And then 1, 2, dear. So 1, 2.
Miss, hit.
So that one gets hit.
And with that hit, 1 Eldritch Blast goes right over Daek's shoulder and instantly disintegrates that shadow.
Fabulous. And then to end my turn, I will bonus action X this one up here, top right.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Daek, you're up. You're on deck.
Right. I will fire off my little thingy, fly off on his own, and then punch the one directly next to me first. Yeah.
Just so you know what they look like.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
Disadvantage on Constitution, by the way.
Cool.
Is 24 to hit and
Hits.
natural one afterwards. For where is it? Where is it? 13 thunder damage.
Excellent. As you hit it with this damage, you can tell while the thunderous force shakes through the shadow, it doesn't seem to care that much. It's hurt, but not as much as you thought it would be.
Cool. And my little thingy will. What's this flying again? Apologies. Blindness of 30, so yeah, he can't get to thingy. Okay, it was champion hit as well.
Champion was hit.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go for the player.
I'm okay, honestly. But I guess it's what he would choose to do.
Yeah. Okay. He'll latch on to champion's scaly hide, I suppose, and give him 13 points of healing.
Cool.
He only has 13 hit points, so it's pretty good.
Mm.
Well, plus a 9, obviously, temporary one, so he's down to 3.
Cool. Eve, you're up. I'm assuming you were riding champion as well, so.
Yes, how is it a bonus action to dismount?
Only half movement?
We did.
It was half movement to mount, wasn't it? So.
I mean, I suppose you could literally backflip off him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you want to do it carefully, yeah, half movement to dismount. If not, I'll just make you do an acrobatics check.
Yeah, let's try an acrobatics check. 13.
Okay, that's just enough. Champion isn't a massive creature. Yeah, it's an unsteady landing, but you do beat the DC of 12.
Okay. He's just going to quickly turn to him and just go, run, hide! Hide! And then she is going to turn her body in front of him and aim arrows at these guys here.
Okay. That shadow that you just stepped away from will take an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, right. Is there a shadow there behind me? Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
If I want to champion disengage and run away.
Yeah, that's basically you just control him at the end of your turn.
Okay.
So he can use his action to disengage.
I didn't realise yet. I'll just, yeah. No, there's not way really way I can stay there, can I? I will not hit that one. I'll go for this one with my arrows.
Okay, roll a disadvantage.
It's not within melee, is it?
Yeah.
She says not this one, and then this one.
This one here.
Oh no, the within range rules are if there's an enemy within 5 feet or within melee range, it's a disadvantage. It doesn't matter if it's the enemy you're shooting at or not. It's just if there's an enemy within 5 feet, then you get disadvantage. Yeah.
I see. All right. To be fair, I can afford to get hit more. To be honest, so I'll move. I'll move a couple back over here.
Cool. Yeah, it will take attack of opportunity on you then.
Fine.
16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. So that is 11 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, fine.
And as it does, it sucks away 2 from your strength score.
That's the question. If you go to 0 strength, do you die?
You don't know.
Okay.
Let's just avoid it
However-
happening.
However, as this strength is being sucked from you, it's making you physically weaker, but it is like it's pulling at your very essence, your very soul when it does this.
Okay. Eve is going to fire. So, okay. Let me just remind myself how volley works.
You've made me scared now. What's your strength score at the minute, Eve?
It's 4.
Oh,
I can't heal strength scores.
So maybe she'll go back a bit further. Actually, get really out of range, far as she can go. And she's going to aim at those two.
okay, go for it.
Right. She is going to attack with her bow. But do I still have a bonus action? Actually, can I do Hunter's Mark?
You can, yeah.
I'll attack Hunter's Mark. I'll use Hunter's Mark on this dude here.
Cool.
And I will attack with my bow. 19 to hit
That hits.
for 16 damage. Oh yeah, plus an extra d6 actually, sorry. So that is that's 21 damage.
With one arrow through the chest, this thing can't hold its shape and it disappears, fading into wisps.
I'll attack this one. I can't be Hunter's Mark at the moment, but I'll attack that one. Uh, 23 to hit
That hits.
for 10 damage.
Okay, good to know. The arrow seemingly, you think to yourself it would, like the other one, go straight through. It does manage to lodge into the shadow for a few seconds before dropping out, and you can see where it's hit it. It's struggling to maintain its form. It's clearly hurt, but it's still up. End of your turn. What are you getting Champion to do?
Champion's going to obey Eve, disengage, and go run and hide behind that bush.
Cool.
Oh fuck yeah! Let me set.
Excellent. Ribbip, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna stab a shadow. I'm gonna stab this one with the fire sword.
Awesome.
Oh, change the example. Fire sword.
That just hits.
Oh, thank God.
Cool. As you stab it, however, while it does damage, the fire doesn't seem to do anywhere near as much as you would expect a burning flame to do. So while this thing's hurt, it is still standing.
Did it seem to be like not asked about the fire at all, or just like less asked than it should be?
Less asked.
Okay, cool. Okay, fine. I will stab the other one with the mind blade. That's mind blade.
You use your bonus action to summon it then, yeah.
No, I had them both out because I had them out when I was guarding Dayak when we were investigating them.
True.
That was specifically why I stated that. I was like, oh, wait for the bonus action.
Awesome. It was the other one you stabbed, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Excellent. You doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna get the hell away because I'm scared of these boys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that'll do.
Cool. Shadow's turn. You have shot at that one, Eve, but Derek's closer. Dayak and Eve. Can you just roll me a d20 each?
Sure.
And whoever rolls lowest, this thing's going to go for.
3.
Not one, but I'm a hobbit, so I get to reroll.
This isn't a check technically.
Nah, do it for the
Okay.
drama.
Is it any
Do it for
roll
the
you
drama.
can re-roll?
I think it's any. But I'm
If
not
it
sure.
just says any roll, then you can do it technically. So
I'll
Do it,
what's
do it for the
double
drama.
check.
what Dayak? What did you get?
A 3.
Oh, so this matters.
2 nat ones in a row. Come on.
Do it for the memes.
Do it for me. Do it for the vine.
Attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. So maybe that doesn't count.
No, this doesn't count. It was literally just for me to decide who it's attacking.
Okay.
Ugh. Screw it. No, I'm going to let you do it. Because I'm not
Yeah,
going to be
gamble.
I'm not going to be mean if this thing then lets you and then kills you outright.
Gamble.
It
Gamble.
said it's going to kill
Gamble.
me outright.
Have you redone the roll already?
Yes, I got 6.
Cool. That's higher than a 5. So
I
That's
don't know,
gonna go-
3.
higher than 3. Sorry, yeah. So that's going to go for Dayak. These two are just going to chase you down, Josh. Okay, we'll do the ones on Dayak first. Top one's going to attack you for 13 to hit.
Miss.
One on your left is going to attack you for 14 to hit.
Miss.
And the other one is going to be a 17 to hit.
Miss again.
Lovely. This new attacking ribbit. One to the north of you is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
And the next one is a 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Cool.
Low roll, low roll, low roll.
Well, how much strength have you got left? That's 13 necrotic.
Well, I'm gonna half that with uncanny dodge.
Cool.
17, 6. And I currently have 7 strength.
Oh, that's fine.
So,
That's
that's what I
It's
mean.
2 more away from you
Cool.
as it pulls your strength from you.
Can tank 2 more hits.
Hunter, you're up. Dayak, you're on deck.
I will fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at this one and 1 at this one.
Cool.
Cool. So we'll go 1, 2.
Cool.
First
They
one.
both hit. They obliterate that first one.
And then this third one just gets a regular one.
Awesome. Are you applying any effect to that?
Yeah, push away
Cool.
10 feet.
Do I
And,
get to punch it as it gets out of my range?
You do not. It's only when something moves on its own accord.
Yeah.
and then I will move my Hex as my bonus action to the one closest to him and give it disadvantage on intelligence.
Cool.
Wait,
Dave,
how much health does this one have left? So it just took. It can't be much then.
it took 7 from that.
And I hit it before.
Hello.
What is going on?
What is that?
They don't, I will tell you now. They don't all have the same amount of hit points. I manually rolled these because I thought to myself, taking the average, they're all going to be one shot. So some of them are slightly below the average.
I found the buff one. That one.
I think a third of them were below, and the rest were slightly above.
Okay. Seeing that the ones that I thought were reasonably within range of killing are out of my way, I will just continue punching.
Cool.
I need to make something cooler out of these gauntlets because just punching stuff in the face is getting old. That is 21 to hit and 22 to hit.
Yeah, they hit.
For 22 damage.
Yeah, that's dead. Oh, thunder damage though, right?
It is thunder damage.
It's not dead.
Damn.
Again, it seems to shake off some of the brunt force of this damage, and it is still standing.
I cannot do not thunder damage.
Cool.
And I will have my little thingy fly up, hopefully out of reach of the thing.
Yep.
And because it has an attack on its own, I can just scroll down. Where is it? Action within 30 feet range. Going to force. That is 17 to hit.
That hits.
For 4 force damage.
That's enough. That kills it.
Yay. And I'll have it fly forwards into the field with that 30 action.
Cool. Eve, you're up. Ribbit, you're on deck.
Eve, like, obviously visibly, like, feeling like she's pretty much dying, sort of staggers her way over here. Sees the one that obviously was going for champion has been killed, thank God, so breathes a sigh of relief and aims some arrows towards this guy and also puts Hunter's mark on him.
Cool.
I think she'll move there. She's a little bit further away. So yeah. Hunter's mark. Natural 20 for a 33 to hit.
Nice. Their AC is 12.
So that is 23 damage to that dude plus an extra 1d6. So 24 damage.
It had 8 hit points left. It is absolutely eviscerated by that.
So cool. So with the attacks with actually beaten 2, can she aim another one at this dude here?
Yep.
So she'll do that. So that is a 27 hit.
That hits.
For 15 damage, and she will use Horde Breaker as well
Nice.
on the one next to him. So she'll fire at that dude too.
Cool.
Literally just don't roll 2 ones in a row.
So 20 to hit.
That hits.
15
How do
damage.
you want to finish off these last 2?
Sort of staggering, just barely awake, but doing her best to stay true. Like Eve sort of draws on what she's fighting for and the will to kind of like keep going, keep her friend safe. Breathes in and then flies her arrows true and gets that one through the chest, and with a cloud of mist and a scream that pierces the air, it sinks into the dead.
You guys are out of initiative.
And with that, Eve will just basically collapse. Because pretty much she's just on death's door.
Anything lootable?
Not from a shadow, no.
You never know.
There's no dust piles.
Like 6 pools of gold up in the middle of the road.
No ectoplasm.
No ectoplasmic residue or
Something that you can use for spell ingredients. It means something future.
yeah, something I can put that's into my vial that's distasteful to an enemy.
Daddy wants to rush.
Just for the time being, make a note of what your strength scores are at the minute. Don't forget it, just in case it becomes relevant.
Eve,
I don't like that.
For 9.
Appreciate it.
Do you need healing, Dave, at all?
I'm fine. I'm putting what was that? 14 on Ribbit.
Misa's so good. Misa good. Don't you to worry about Misa.
Okay.
Misa lose, how you say, 1 hit point. Thank you, Hunter, for you said 10 hit points. You save me every morning.
In that case, on Chewie or Hunter, you put them on whoever you want.
What, my healing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need. How much healing do you need?
No, I gave you some.
Oh,
Yeah, because I didn't need it to give it to you, Chewie.
I'm still full HP. Full.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I ran away.
I thought Chewie took a hit on the way out, but
No.
okay, never mind then. Fuck you.
You don't stick around in case there's more of those things. I don't think I'm going to survive long. I encounter more of them.
Or we just make our way back. This has been a terrible idea so far.
He's not wrong.
All we know is a rough map of where they were 3 days ago at this point.
In fairness, this is way more information than I thought we were going to have. I was very surprised when we just found a lady who told us exactly where they went.
3 days ago.
But I'll take it. I was expecting like, oh yeah, they were here 3 weeks ago. Some time shift shit.
You never know.
I mean, we went across the world within 24 hours, so
Yeah, that is true.
there
That is true.
might not be anywhere
No,
near
I
here
reckon.
anymore. Or plane shift. I'm not sure what they have to their disposal.
Imagine if they're already dead and just rolled new characters.
So,
Then the invocations and using them, they don't count as casting spells, right?
No.
Fabulous.
Well, unless it's the invocation is to cast the spell for free. In
Yeah,
which case,
yeah.
it does.
Yeah. Perfect.
So, guys, what are you doing?
Oh, my eye's gone. Oh well.
okay, let's stay away from foresty areas where we can avoid it.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna drag my swords behind me as like keep an eye in front now. God,
I'll take up the front. Don't worry.
No, it's all good. I'll stay at the front. I've still got 5. I can survive at least 1 hit. But I just got my big old eyes that are going to be very helpful.
Here, we could cut across. I know that might be dangerous, but that would take off a lot.
Is that not a mountain?
I think that is.
Oh, is that a mountain?
It is
You
going
are
uphill.
currently
Yeah.
at the base of the beginning of a mountain range.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can see the
Well,
little hole.
it literally says Mount Gakis. I don't know how to say
You were right first time. It's Gakis.
that.
Yeah, just make our way.
Can I roll detect magic to see if there's any like magical effects going on the two of them?
Of the weakened individuals.
Yeah.
You use detect magic.
Yeah.
There doesn't appear to be any magical effect currently harming them or present on them.
Yeah, okay. So it's not something that I can get rid of. So you're on your own.
Maybe
Oh
if you
well,
find that wizard, he can help us.
I do have greater restoration. If that will do anything.
Maybe they just need some rest.
Yeah,
Possibly.
maybe do an Arcana before you do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just
Yeah, I think we just keep moving. He'll probably rest on the dinosaur for a bit, and I'll just keep an eye out. But yeah, maybe someone stands with me.
When we get to just before this bridge, can I cast detect magic? I want to see if there's anything under the fucking bridge.
Yeah, sure. You keep on traveling south then, forming up maybe at a slower pace now, given your current weakened party members. Is that what's that? D24? Is that the perception check?
No, that's I cast detect magic.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you cast detect magic going up to and over the bridge. There is no magical presences nearby. It is an older bridge. It's clearly not used very much, poorly maintained, but sturdy enough. And you make your way up the mountain path, following the same trail that your companions did. Every now and again, you can see evidence that this path was walked recently. But most notably, as you begin this very steady climb, is the temperature begins to drop and it starts to get pretty cold. There is not a soul in sight at this point. There is not any evidence of other human habitation or presence. The path itself is hard to follow at times as you ascend further and further. Any of you doing anything along the way?
Just keeping my feet peeled and trying to see if my arms feel better.
Do not feel better.
I'm just doing bicep curls the whole way.
Attempting, anyways.
Yeah, it's like SpongeBob with the stuffed bears.
Can I just have like detect thoughts, like as far away from me as possible the entire time?
Okay, good to know. Interestingly, you never get a single ping from it. Whether that means there's only dumb wildlife nearby or there's no life at all, it's completely silent for the next 2 hours of your journey.
He was just hanging on to Champion and kind of like crying softly. In the sense that she's just reminded of what happened in Schultz when the curse hit, and I think it's like she hasn't really quite got over. And like she never really felt as close to death there as she did now, even like those dark moments. So she's sort of like internally freaking out and also feeling guilty that she's brought like her best animal friend with her to this place.
And us.
Yeah. Me seeing how distraught she is. It is possible, if Champion is willing, for him to be linked to the Pokeball. So if he did ever come to harm, he would be, very safe. He wouldn't die. That's something I could do if you would like.
Hearing this, like Eve just brightens up. You could do that, really?
I
And
would
he'd
do
be
that.
okay?
Yes, he would be absolutely fine.
Could I have him back? Would he have to be there forever?
No. If he does, get hurt and returns, then however long it takes him to rest it off ordinarily is, how the time it would take for him to be okay. It's perfectly safe in there. You just have to convince him to allow it to happen and not to break out once he's in there. If that's possible.
Eve will cast Speak with Animals and explain in basic terms what this means to Champion. And she'll explain that it'll mean that he's away from his mum, in inverted commas, for a little while. But it'll be in this land where, like, obviously, like, there's creatures which are really formidable, and they have abilities that we're not used to that can really hurt him. That he'll be safer in there, and it'll mean that he's got space to basically kind of like go and retreat if he needs to. And she reminds him of his promise that he'd listen to his mum, and not take any rash actions and be as safe as he could be.
Ribbit, who speaks a little bit of dinosaur, is absolutely bawling, crying his eyes out at the display he's just witnessed, the display of love and affection he's witnessed.
I will remind you that it is an hour of concentration and work to bind a creature to the necklace. You can stop your travels to do that now if you wish. and it only works if the creature is within 20 feet of the necklace.
I'll ride on Chewie so we can keep going if that's still okay. And then as long as the champion rides next or walks next to me, would that be okay?
Yeah, that's fine. If that's fine, are you okay with that, champion? Do you understand? She said dinosaur, so it sounds like.
Shut up. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I can still put Chewie into it. He's just not linked to it anymore. So yeah,
Okay.
It was pretty tanky to be fair.
In that case, that should be fine. As you're not leading the group, I'll say yeah. You could. It's not a hard path to follow, so yeah, you can probably do this on the move, especially while you, Hunter, aren't even concentrating on walking. But yeah, as you ascend more and more up Mount Gakis, you make a left turn, and the temperature is absolutely freezing now. It's definitely into the minus teens minimum. Those of you who are more acclimatized to hotter climates, you are struggling here.
oh my god.
It's as you, yeah, you're not Hunter.
Yay!
Fine and dandy.
I'm acclimatized to 20,000 feet and cold conditions. It's
This
the first
God,
time.
it's finally happened. It finally happened.
It's useful.
Without your armor, you are completely fine up here. You don't need any warm clothing.
Worth it.
And you kind of, it's getting to that point where the rest of you, you're thinking maybe it's time to turn back. There's no end to this path in sight. You're in amongst the mountain tops. You might die of exposure out here if you're out here for too long. The wind's howling, snow is falling. The path is now very hard to see because of said snow that now surrounds you. And as these thoughts are going through your head, just before anyone can vocalize it, there's one particular turn that takes you through a narrow, almost like small ravine between two mountain tops. And ahead of you, you see a flat, open, wintry wasteland space covered in snow and a mountain peak ahead. But nestled into that mountain, dead ahead of you, a couple of 100 feet, and carved into rock, you see what is likely the destination that your comrades were following to get up this mountain. A big temple, partially made of amber.
Oh god.
This looks good.
As you look ahead, you see the doors to this big temple are currently open, and you're sure just beyond, stood at maybe a balcony or a ledge or a ridge or something, you can see there is a humanoid individual currently facing away from you, but clearly a living, breathing presence inside this temple. And that is where we will end it for today.
Oh god.
Spooky.
Yeah, boy.
Jeez. Oh.
I'm so glad I can talk again.
What?
It's been so much better actually having a voice and not just have to say shubaloop.
Shubbalublu.
Shubbalubaloop.
I think I got the best out of that, Josh. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, to be honest, I was more excited about mine when I first saw it. It actually would have been really useful in the last fight, oddly enough, but I didn't know. So
I will say as well, probably something you're all wondering whether you're going to hear. We will be needing all of you present for next week's D&D session.
We found the right place.
we can play as a whole group again.
We went straight there again. Yay! This is what the boys do.
Yeah, 100%. Like I say, it was. I fully expected this whole episode to be us asking people in that town where they were, and then we asked 2 people, and we ended up with the map.
Measly 80 gold as well.
I'm not gonna lie. The part of the reason that it was so straightforward is because you basically followed the same path and talked to the same people and asked for the same things as the other group did. Like that woman had already made spare maps because the other group requested a map.
No.
Does it get something from the shop?
Not that specific one, no.
Oh.
They're all getting
Right.
deja vu.
But they were also wandering around the markets, so
Fairs?
Grapevines.
You're going to shock the other group with your lack of respect for everyone now, like as being a void boys.
One of us now.
I will say, just to keep it hidden from the other group, and because there is a small, like, basically intro we've got to do with the other group at the start of the session, I'll say make sure you guys are ready for 6:45 instead of 6:30, and we'll probably bring you in at some point between 6:45 and 7.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This Thursday
That's
coming,
fun.
yeah.
This Thursday coming. A week today.
Yay!
Beautiful.
Just obviously don't mention in the chat that you're going to be there.
No.
I'll still pretend that it is 2 separate groups.
Oh, that's funny.
Honestly, I don't know if we're going to be like a help or a hindrance at this point.
Yeah,
I think to yours, at the moment, I'm going to be more of a hindrance.
You can barely lift a bow at this point.
Can I tell people what's going on with me, or can I not tell people?
It's completely up to you.
Oh, I really want to. Yeah.
Then tell them.
So every time I cast a spell, I have to roll a d20, and if I roll a 5 or below on that d20 before I cast the spell, I roll on the wild magic search table.
okay.
I do like wild magic.
This is the best.
Yeah, but one of the things, if I remember correct, is like fireball on your location.
Yeah, it is. But,
Okay, yeah.
you know, there's only a 2% chance. However,
Yes.
there is a 2% chance to cast polymorph on myself. But if I fail it, I turn into a sheep. That's the best spell ever.
All I ever wanted was to be a sheep.
Exactly. But there's cool things on it, though.
Mine's less interesting. Mine, I can, as a bonus action, choose a creature, expose it to Dunamantic energy, and until the start of my next turn, when it's hit with a weapon attack, it's force damage, and it takes an extra d8,
Nice.
which might have been useful against the shadow since fire didn't work on it, but I didn't know that when I hit it with fire. And then
Why did I have to roll a natural 20? I could have had wild magic.
You could have, and it would have been the best thing ever.
I know.
What time is it?
Like
actually, or in the game?
In game.
Like
It's fairly late, isn't it? I think.
It should be.
5 or 6.
Yeah. It is late in the day.
Cool.
No, not late. Sorry, not late in the day. It's probably like mid-afternoon.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
yeah. Okay.
I've got a few more hours of conversation before I might go mental again.
Maybe early afternoon. Half the time I only update the time at the end of the session. Well, I have to go back through it, so I'll see. But I think it's like early afternoon.
Sure.
What the fuck? What is number 41? You turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn.
Amazing. Oh, it's full of hitchhikers.
Well, don't read them all out. Just don't even read them all yourself. Keep it a surprise until you roll it.
Nah, there's so many good ones though.
Oh, that's just generally so many.
Like just the last one. Just the last one. I can grow a beard made of feathers that remains with me until I sneeze. At which point the feathers explode out of my face. This is the best thing that's ever happened. Thank you, DM.
Yeah, there's a character.
It wasn't my choice. It was your reckless choices plus your roles that did that. I had no part in it.
I can't
Thank
wait
you
to
for
see what
allowing
you're
it to
saying, like,
happen.
be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. But there's someone on the critical role thing at the moment who has wild magic, and there's been some just absurd things happen to her. Really fun.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
None of them have been like good, but none of them have been like detrimental.
God, I will use this at some point, and it will be clutch as hell, and it will do something insane, and it will be the best thing ever. And I can't wait for the sigh
Or
of
maybe
just.
this is how the Void Boys TPKs finally. The chaos fights back and fucks you at the perfect moment.
Nah, I'll take 3 years of chaos experience over that.
Keep on rolling those dice.
Right, I will secretly see you all next week, guys.
Can't wait, I'm really
It's going to be
excited.
exciting.
In a bit, guys.
So, yeah.
Bye everyone.
Au revoir.
So,
Bye bye.